Okay, so hello, Gail. So lovely to talk to you today. Thank you for coming along to have a chat with us. And what we're going to talk about is your experience of coming along to Dare to Blossom Magic Carpet Ride workshops. And it's been a year or so now you've been coming, I think, isn't it?
Yes, hello Mary. Thank you for inviting me just to say a few words about your workshops and my experience in joining you in those. And yeah, I'm actually trying to remember when I came to the first one, and I think it is probably over a year ago when we first met. However, I remember knowing you before the workshops, and I'm just, the expectation that I had from coming to the workshops, it was like, I think what I can remember back about why I chose to come was really because of you and your personality. And I recall thinking, I liked the wording, and I liked the way that your business was, how it kind of resonated with my values. So I kind of feel that it started at that point with your coaching business and the Dare to Blossom name. That kind of really, rung really clear for me, that I felt that I had a resonance with your energy. And as you know, I kind of work with energy. That's my kind of basis for my past sort of work. So yeah, my expectations on the first workshop which was the Magic Carpet Ride, the very first one, and I believe it was in the springtime. So it was about it was like bringing in, I can't remember the first name of the first website, the first workshop. But the expectations I had were really simple, because it was about creativity, and I was attracted to having some creativity in my life.
Yes, I'll look up what that first one was and pop it underneath this video when I put it up, because it'd be interesting for us both to look back a bit more and have a look at that. So do you remember what's a particular outcome? What did you take away as a particular point from that workshop?
I remember the power of the written word, and the container that you created for it. It may have been 10 minutes free writing, but it was so powerful that I went away with a real feel about accessing my true self, and stilling the mind, and having that container. I really felt it was the container that I had some real inner wisdom that came out through that writing. And it was just the whole feeling of the morning. I remember going away from there feeling really connected to myself, and I'd actually managed to get out of my mind chatter and the business of what was going on in my world at that time. So it felt really important that that I did that. And the more and more that I came to your workshops, I felt that was showing me, the importance of actually really accessing that stillness. And so that was the main thing that I take away. When I look back, I think, Craig, I've always wanted to write, but I haven't been able to really sit still to do that. So you gave me the opportunity to actually connect with the paper, and also with the guided meditations and the visualizations. I just thought that was really magical, that I could actually get answers, and and actually take action on some of the instructions that came through from that writing, and the inspiration that arrived.
Thank you. I love that word container that you used. It's because that's really my aim, is to provide that quiet, safe place where we can all share and be ourselves, and allow those things to come in, that inner wisdom, and those knowledge and the power we have within us to do that. And it's just allowing ourselves to do it, so we don't always give ourselves time or space or permission to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, Mary. I just wanted to add that, I think through knowing you previously, I felt safe, and I did feel your sensitivity. And for me, I think there can be a about opening up in a space where you maybe don't know other people. But I felt coming back each time that I knew I was going to be nurtured in that space. So that's kind of another thing that I really feel I need to mention, because maybe that's not something that other people would be, conscious of.
Thank you. That was really my next question, really. If somebody was thinking of coming along for the first time and we hadn't met, perhaps except on Facebook with my words and my occasional videos, which I'm hoping to do more of, what would you say to them to encourage them? It is an investment, both in time and energy and money, of course, to come along. What would you say to encourage somebody who is at least thinking about coming along to a workshop?
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly recommend it's the space. And if you're feeling a little bit fearful, as I know a lot of women and my friends can be fearful about going into a new space. I feel that, I want to reassure that the anxiety is always around for people meeting new people, but I feel that you create that warmth, and that as soon as you step through the door, it's like, I'm here. And it's a space that you can really be yourself, and there is no judgment. And that for me is another, a big thing, because I've really struggled with a lot of self-acceptance and judgment, and about really being myself. And the fact that it's not counselling in the group, it is providing the coaching that you provide, and I just feel that is really valuable. So even though I may have turned up with a lot of issues, I was able to actually know that they could be put out of the way for that duration. And that's really valuable, because it enables you to really access that other part of you that may not be available when you're in the stressy mind situation that I'd got into.
Yes.
So I hope that kind of explains to other people, if they're going through similar situations or lots of change, the value of being able to get into that stillness that you create. That for me is the really valuable part of this.
Thank you, Gail. That's wonderful to hear it from you, because I know how wonderfully it works from my experience, but I'm not people that come along. So it's so powerful to hear from somebody like you about it. So thank you so much. And I'll see you again soon at a future workshop, I hope.
Thank you.